Quick note, this episode includes discussion of body image, weight stigma, and the emotional impact of shame. Please take a moment while you are listening. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, pause, take a breath, or step away. You are not alone in this, and your body deserves the thing you think when you see your reflection in the mirror. Be honest. Is it kind? Is it curious? Or is it critical? Maybe automatic. For many of us, the mirror moment isn't about vanity. It's about survival. We learn somewhere along the line that our worth lives in how we look. And when the world tells us our body is a problem to fix, the body starts to feel like an enemy. In this episode, we're going to talk about body image through the lens of hate, pride, and shame. We're going to do it gently because the truth is, this topic isn't about weight or shape or size. It's about belonging. It's about safety. It's about learning how to come home to yourself again in a world that constantly tries to evict you from your own body. When we think of hate, most people imagine something loud. But the most dangerous hate is often quiet. It hides behind politeness, behind concern for health, behind the idea of helping. We live in a culture where fat phobia is normalized, where size discrimination still passes us as personal responsibility, and where wellness has replaced virtue. It's the same moral logic we see in other parts of society. If you suffer, it must be your fault. That's what shame does. It turns systemic cruelty into personal failure. And pride can go both ways. Authentic pride says, I'm enough. I'm here. I belong. But toxic pride, on the other hand, says, I must prove that I deserve to exist. And in a world obsessed with appearance, many of us have learned to earn our right to take up space. And as someone who's lived in a larger body my entire life, I can tell you that kind of pressure is exhausting. It's like carrying other people's discomfort around on your skin. Let's talk about one of the most persistent myths in Western culture, that health and worth are the same thing. For decades, we've been taught to equate thinness with health and health with morality. The reality is far more complex and much more human. The health at every size movement challenges this false equation. It doesn't deny that health matters. It reframes it what health is. Health at every size says the bodies come in different shapes, weights, and capacities, and that every person deserves respect, care, access, and dignity, regardless of size. It's about behavior and not body type. It's about compassion instead of control. And here's the thing. We know scientifically that weight stigma itself causes harm, raising cortisol levels, increasing blood pressure, and triggering chronic inflammation. Shame isn't medicine. Safety is. When people feel respected, they're more likely to engage in sustainable behaviors that will actually support their health. So yes, health at every size isn't just philosophy. It's neurobiology. Safety heals, stigma harms. And let's be clear, body shaming did not start with social media. I've been body shamed way before social media became around. It started with colonialism, capitalism, and control. The idea that thinness equals virtue is deeply tied to race, class, and power. In the 19th and 20th centuries, as Western nations industrialized, body size became a way to distinguish discipline from decadence. It was never about health, it was about hierarchy. Even the body mass index, the BMI, was developed not as a medical measure, but as a statistical tool to study populations. based entirely on European men. Yet today, it's still used as a moral yardstick for every person, regardless of genetics, culture, or lived experience. That's what happens when science gets moralized. We forget the human behind the data. Shame is one of our oldest emotional survival tools we have. It's designed to keep us from being rejected by the group. When we feel shame, the nervous system contracts. The shoulders curve inward, the eyes droop, the voice softens. It's the posture of protection. But when shame becomes chronic, when it's baked into the messages we receive every single day, it stops protecting and starts imprisoning. It disconnects us from our bodies. It makes us believe that our bodies aren't trustworthy, that hunger is dangerous, that rest is laziness, and that pleasure is guilt. And here's where it gets even more interesting from a neuroscience perspective. The brain doesn't distinguish physical and social pain. The amygdala, which is our alarm system, fires just as strongly when we're shamed for our appearance as when we're physically hurt. The nervous system reads humiliation as danger. That's why dieting and punishment and body hatred don't heal anything. They perpetuate a state of fight, flight, or freeze. If you've ever watched a dog stretch or a snake bask in the light, you'll notice something beautiful. They have no shame. They don't question whether their bodies are too much or not enough. They simply exist. We humans, though, learn to outsource our sense of belonging to others, to the mirror, to the camera, to the algorithm. But our bodies were never meant to be spectacles. They were meant to be home. So how do we rebuild that sense of home? By reclaiming dignity. Dr. Donna Hicks, who's written extensively about the psychology of dignity, reminds us that dignity is not earned, it's inherent. Her framework includes 10 essential elements: acceptance, inclusion, safety, acknowledgement, recognition, fairness, independence, understanding, benefit of the doubt, and accountability. Each of these principles can be applied to our relationship with our own bodies. Acceptance of identity: this is who I am. Inclusion: I belong in this space, in this skin. Safety: I deserve peace in my own body. When we extend dignity to ourselves, we deactivate shame. The nervous system shifts from defense to connection. We stop managing our bodies and we start listening to them. What if we flipped the script and decided that health wasn't a goal, but a relationship? What if it was something we practiced, not performed? That's the essence of health at every size. Health as a dynamic, living relationship with your body, your environment, your stress, and your community. It's self-trust, it's self-respect. It's a quiet refusal to believe that worthiness has a weight limit. And that relationship, that trust, requires compassion. Not the fluffy kind, the fierce kind. The kind that says, I will not abandon myself even when the world tells me that I should. And now, the soothing coil. Let's take a breath together. Inhale through your nose. Hold your breath. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your shoulders soften, your jaw unclench. You don't have to love every inch of your body right now. You don't even have to like it, but you can begin to make peace with it. You can let it be yours again. This body has carried you through pain and through joy. It has kept your heart beating through grief. It has learned, adapted, survived, and waited patiently for you to come back home. If you can, place a hand over your chest. Feel the steady rhythm beneath your palm. That's your body saying, I'm still here. No matter what shape or size it takes, it belongs. You belong. Take another breath. Inhale self-compassion. Exhale old narratives. You are not a project. You are not a punishment. You are not a before or after picture. You are a living being worthy of rest, connection, and dignity right now. And maybe that's what healing truly is. Not changing the body to fit the world, but changing the world within you to make space for peace. The serpent coils, the breath steadies, and for just this moment, you are home. Thank you for joining me on the Soothing Serpent today. My name is Kristin, and please like, share, comment, and I look forward to seeing with you soon.